What's going on, guys? Dan back with the Regular Guy Garage. So something I'm doing right now is I'm making a mount for my Pro Dash. Got the 3D printer going. If you've been following for a while, I just kind of cut a hole and I put the Pro Dash in there. It's not the cleanest, so basically that mount will screw to the the plastic right there, and then the mount will sit inside of it, hopefully flush. We'll see how well my measurements went. And then additionally, my nitrous kit's gonna show up tomorrow, so I'm going to finish that in this video, and then we'll probably give it a test. It shouldn't take too long. I've already got everything wired up. I just need to mount the bottle and fill the bottle too, obviously. But yeah, we'll go over how to install that into the car. All right, so I've got the nitrous kit in. The rest of the parts are up there. Bottle right there. I wanted to see how the plate fit because I've been kind of nervous that it wouldn't fit because of the way the throttle body's angled. Now you do have to put it, which on this manifold, upside down because it won't clear the motor right here. But there is plenty of room. I mean, you can easily get that hose on. This one down here is a little rougher. You can kind of see it down in there, but you can sneak your hand under. So, I mean, I'd say it fits. Really just need to work on routing the hose correctly. Let me see if I can maybe kind of give you guys a better view here. That probably is. Anyway, I'll need to find a place to mount the solenoids. I do have a fitting for the fuel hose, so I'll be able to run a fuel line off of that line and then over there, because I can't really, it comes with a fitting to, basically I would have to stack those two, but it would just be too high and it'd hit the hood. So I've got one there with an 1/8 inch pipe T that goes into it. I'll run that out for the fuel solenoid. Which side is fuel? It's this side actually, so that'll work. All right, so I've got the solenoids routed to where I need them to go. I did have the plate backwards, so I fixed that. So the fuel will be on this side. All I had to do was move the fuel solenoid to that side, and then it'll fit. One thing I just wanted to show, this isn't like a full installation video, but the fitting for the nitrous inlet has a screen on it. So make sure you use that correctly. So it'll filter whatever's coming from the bottle into the solenoid. And then they do supply a little bit of thread sealant. It almost looks like blue Loctite, but it says you don't need much. So I'm really just putting a kind of a dab around the whole thing, and then these fittings get pretty tight pretty quick, so you don't need to crank them down as tight as possible, but nice and snug will do. But I'll get through, I'll kind of finish everything up. I'll show you how I routed it. I'm not going to waste your time showing every tiny little thing, and then I'll show you how I've got my wiring. I'm not using most of their stuff. Granted, they do supply some good stuff, some just basic junk, but yeah, I'll finish it up really quick and then I'll show you how I have it all set up. All right, so I've got it all bolted up, all the thread sealant on, all that stuff. So here's how I set it up. So 7.3 Godzilla, Holley, low profile intake. And then I was worried about, like I said, the throttle body because it's a little twisted. So I got the fuel solenoid bolted down to the fuel injector bolt. I've got it routed this way. I've got the 90 here. I've just got to get one more fitting to hook the fuel hose up. So that's bolted there, runs to the fuel side of the plate. And then the nitrous side, I've got this bolted into, this is the throttle body plate hole for the, or throttle body hole for the Foxbody. And I think on this is an M8 bolt or something like that, M6. I don't remember exactly. It's a metric bolt. It's not a standard bolt. So I've got the plate and the purge valve hooked up there, and then this routes around, and I've got a small 90 that goes into the actual plate, and then I've got the pill on the inside of that. And then my purge valve, I just had some 3/16 brake line, and then I just kind of routed it, followed the fuel rail. I'm gonna just kind of zip tie it off, and then it goes out up into the, you can kind of see it poking up there, right up to the windshield. So that's this side. I've got the feed line for the nitrous ran all the way down the center of the car, and that goes back to the nitrous bottle, which is in the back, obviously. I do have a bottle heater. I'll get it hooked up at the end. If it's already, the relay's already there, I'll show you. So I've got the bottle mounted right here. Pretty simple and straightforward. And then the hose coming through there, and my relay for my bottle warmers right there. So I'll pull it up through this space right here, and I'll get my fitting into the bottle. I got a gauge that I need to put in here. It's a Rife sensor for the nitrous bottle pressure, and then yeah, I mean, the bottle's there. All right, so I don't really remember where I left off, so I'll just start with where I'm at. So like I said before, everything mounted up, wired up. So the 2 black wires from the nitrous solenoid, and then the 2 blue wires that come from the purge solenoid. I've got them loomed together. They run back behind the intake manifold, and they pop out right over here, down there. Gonna be hard to follow this, but I know where everything is. Essentially, I've got the power wire. It doesn't matter which one between the fuel solenoid and then the nitrous solenoid. They're both the same color. These are black, these are red. So one's got to be power, one's got to be ground. So I've got the 2 power wires running into a connector over here, which runs to a fuse, and then into this MSD solid state relay. And then so I'm be doing a progressive control. So this will control that through the Terminator X ECU. And then the purge solenoid, which I've got just a brake line that runs through and comes out the hood. That runs to this relay right here. And then I've got that set up to a push button in here. So purge, and then this is my nitrous activation switch. Pretty straightforward and simple. Bottles over here. I have a Rife 1600 PSI pressure gauge mounted to the bottle. And the way that I have it set in the ECU is when the pressure is below 1,000, or I think 950, this will turn on. So when it's above, this won't turn on. When it's below, it will turn on. And that's all done through the ECU. And then this, not the white wire, the ground wire goes to a output through the Holley Terminator software. So ground activated output, which will trigger this relay. So basically when it senses that the pressure is below 950, it'll kick this relay on, it'll turn the warmer on. But so this is pretty straightforward. Again, just 2 wires, power and a ground. So power will go to the blue wire. This is a 5-pin relay, so I'll probably just tape this off so it doesn't strike on it or arc on anything. So power to the blue wire, and then I'll just shave off an area over here and ground it to the frame itself. Actually, what I'll probably do is I'll pull this off. There's a ground under here somewhere, and then that will be that. I am waiting on a fuel fitting. The hose that goes to the fuel solenoid is going to run around, and it's going to go into here. I just don't have any. I had one 4AN fitting, so that's loose for right now, but I'll get that 90, get this hose cut, and then kind of run it as neat as I can. This thing takes up so much room. It runs out of room quick, especially when you're adding stuff on after the fact. It looks kind of crazy, but you know, I just wanted to really retain AC, heat, power steering, all the good stuff, all the amenities, and then just kind of be able to have some fun with this stuff. So, but if you are running 7.3 liter Godzilla Holley low profile intake manifold, and you want to get this NX kit, it does fit. I did have to source, like I said, a 90-degree fitting for the bottom to be able to get that to fit. So 3AN, I sourced one of these. I may actually put, even if it's a straight one on that, just so the lines are the exact same length, but realistically, I don't think it's that far off. Like I said, even with this angled throttle body, it still fits. Those jets on the bottom are going to be an absolute pain to change, especially if the engine's hot. So, but I did find the secret is a 13mm stubby wrench or 1/2 inch to be able to get up under there and pull that one out with that 90. But it's probably not going to be fun when the engine's hot. So I've got the 50 shot in it for now. just because I'm gonna basically make sure it all works. I'm gonna start with the lowest setting just so I don't blow anything up. Really, I think, you know, street car, I'm probably only going to 100 shot anyway. It's on 93. I am actually gonna wire in my flex fuel sensor again and put it back on E85. Or at least flex fuel so I can run it when I want to, but that's still a project for another day. I've got some 10,000 ohm resistors up there to wire that in. But yeah, I'm gonna finish cutting some of these zip tie things, and then we'll kind of show you the solenoids working and whatnot here in a little bit. So the one I can show you right away is the purge valve. You're supposed to have it set up to some sort of switch, but it's on this switch. There's just no activation switch to use that. This is my nitrous activation, and then this is the purge, obviously. You can hear it clicking under there. And then when I do flip on the nitrous, you can see the heater's on, and even though it's not hooked up, the relay at least kicked on, and then my nitrous enable is on. I am waiting on a fuel fitting. The hose that goes to the fuel solenoid is going to run around, and it's going to go into here. I just don't have any. I had one 4AN fitting, so that's loose for right now, but I'll get that 90, get this hose cut, and then kind of run it as neat as I can. This thing takes up so much room. It runs out of room quick, especially when you're adding stuff on after the fact. All right, so I've got the bottle heater wired up. Like I said, pressure sensor, so the bottle heater through the ECU will activate if this pressure sensor is below, I think 900 PSI, and I have it shutting off at 1,000. All right, so John's gonna flick the nitrous switch on. Go ahead. And you hear the relay click. And now this, they say not to touch it, but oh yeah, it's getting warm. Go ahead, click it off. All right, so one quick thing I'll show you is, here's the nitrous activation setup ICF in Holley Terminator or Holley EFI software. So I've got it set to 0 because we're trying to dry fire it. The system's entirely empty, no fuel, no nitrous, no nothing. So I got minimum RPM set at 0, and then once he turns the activation switch on, when it gets to 90%, you would hear the nitrous solenoid and the fuel solenoid click. So watch the TPS percentage here. John, go ahead and flip the switch on. Push the pedal all the way down. Okay. So if you notice, it went to 100, but we didn't hear any click. Go ahead, let off. So what I've found reading the software thing is it's because it goes into, if you look at your clear flood TPS. All right, so if you notice in your startup enrichment, clear flood TPS is at 65%. So essentially what's going on is, because the engine's not running, once he gets to 65 and then above, it just shuts everything off, and then it allows you to crank the engine and, you know, clear the flood out of it. So all you need to do is just make sure that either the clear flood TPS, the clear flood percentage is higher, or you just put your activation trigger lower. So I'll put rate my activation at 50, and then I'll have to send it because it's unhooked. All right, and so now we can watch the TPS sensor. Go ahead, John. And you hear the solenoids click. Let it off. One more. Let go. And there you have it. Now the system has been dry fired. Everything works. We checked it yesterday. Both solenoids work. Hit the purge valve. Purge valve works. So everything works. So like I said, guys, a bunch of times in this video, if you are either running or thinking about running the 7.3 Godzilla in a Foxbody with a stock hood, Holley low profile intake for the Godzilla, even with this offset throttle body, it does work. It's a little tight. You do need to source that 90-degree fitting for that side. I'm sure you can make something else work, but this is just what made it easier for me. And then how I have the solenoid set up, it clears the hood. I checked with some precision gap checker, clearance checker right here from back in the day. So everything fits under the stock hood. So we still have kind of the ultimate sleeper combo, you know, 7.3 Godzilla, cam, 500 wheel-ish, and then now we're gonna throw some nitrous at it, and it all fits right under the stock hood. All right, guys, so that is it for the install of the nitrous system. I got this huge glare. So the system's all set up, dry fired, everything works. The bottle heater works, the ECU commands everything correctly. What we'll just need to test is obviously when we fill the bottle with nitrous, that it will actually work correctly. So probably not gonna do it on the street because it's wild enough as it is just on motor with these Nitto street tires to try and get traction. So once I get the bottle filled, I'll see when Josh has some availability. We'll throw it back on the dyno. I did make a couple adjustments since the last time. Did also kind of put a little bit more timing in it, not a ton, but cleaned up the tune a lot, so it should make a couple more numbers as far as horsepower on motor. And then we'll start with the 50 shot, probably work our way up to 100 shot and see what kind of power we can make with this thing. But once we fill everything, hopefully, fingers crossed, no leaks, and we'll be straightforward from there and on our way to making some power. So anyway, guys, as always, I appreciate you guys watching. Take care. We'll see you in the next one.